Music expresses that which cannot be put into words, and that which cannot remain silent. Hey there, welcome to our 5-minute podcast summary, with 1 quote, 3 ideas, and 1 question from an episode. This episode covers the best ideas from the Jordan B.Peterson podcast with Samuel Andreev. We explore how constraints breed creativity, the beauty of music, and ordering where you can. The ideas in this episode are from Samuel Andreev, who's a composer, oboist, and professor. His YouTube channel is devoted to analysis of contemporary works, as well as interviews with musicians and composers. Now, let's dive into the key ideas. The first idea comes at 27 minutes, where Samuel says, "Constraints breed creativity." We often think that the less constraints there are, the better. And in some cases, you want to break free of your constraints. But in many, they help you become much more creative. Without constraints, we have nothing to bounce ideas off of, nothing to make connections with. We become alone in the wild world of infinite possibilities, and our creative soul just gets easily lost. The second idea comes around 41 minutes, where Samuel says, "Music is the language of the soul. No translation needed." It can make us feel things without the need for us to interpret them, because it speaks to our sense, below our own consciousness. For 2 different nations or races to unite, there's no better means than music. The third and final idea comes at 1 hour, where Samuel says, "In order to be properly free in your creative work, there needs to be something predictable in your daily life. The reality of creative work is that there is chaos and uncertainty with everything you're doing, which requires to be counterbalanced with stability and reliability in daily life. You want to have order in everything that can be ordered so that you can tolerate the risk that comes with creative work and endeavors." A question that we think is worth reflecting on after listening to this episode is, can you think of a situation where constraints led to more creativity? So those were some of the best ideas from the episode. Some of the other topics covered include how just being creative and good at your job is no longer enough nowadays, the importance of genres in creating a listener expectation, and how the most important thing to do is to practice relentlessly. We hope you've learned and been inspired by our podcast episode summary. We've got summaries of other podcasts like The Tim Ferriss Show, Hidden Brain, Making Sense with Sam Harris, and more. Check out the link in the description if you're in Apple Podcasts, or search for podcast summaries on any other podcasting app. We've also got a weekly email digest of the best ideas from written summaries, and the original episode link, both in the description. Thanks for listening. Please subscribe and share if you want future episode summaries.